what? I'm not sorry that you broke your elbow.
There we go. You know what? I'm being.
Laugh at that shit.
There we go. I'm being simple and putting myself down here.
All right, we go to Crown City, like it wants us to.
Hello. There we go.
You wanna join the shared chat for the laughs?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that because I'm not opening up my actual tracking. I'm just PNGing now.
Yo, punging. We love punging. Hurry up and choose Crown City. Yo, let's go.
I'll join it for the hype. I also made myself small, so I'm just right next to you for no other reason than it's goofy.
That's funny.
This is a really bad reactive because I didn't even open up like PNG tubing software. I'm just using my Discord reactive.
You're still playing Mariokart?
Yeah, we have like 5 tracks left. This is one of them.
I just called it Birthday Mario Kart 2, actually. I forgot to rename the stream. Oh well, I'm gonna have 2 Birthday Mario Kart streams.
Leave it there. That's super funny. I mean, it's the same stream.
It's the same stream, just continued an hour and a half later, you know? Nothing's wrong here.
I have no clue if this is faster, but I'm going for it.
Hi.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Y'all can have fun with that. Damn, just like that? Live?
Just like
Yeah.
that. I'm God.
I'm God. I'm God? For real? Just like that.
I love that. I have one where it's like, where Jupiter is like the design for the baby head, but it just can't be supposed to be like, I'm God.
Hi, Project. Back at it again at Krispy Kreme. So true, Mora.
You can have that.
Feather. I could have used a mushroom. Oh well.
I wonder if the feather can actually work.
I think it's like probably like a single frame. I have a feeling.
I think it's frame perfect, yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Oh no, none of the rewards are gonna work, Project. Because I'm on PNG tubing right now. Sorry.
Also, welcome in, Alice. Thank you for the birthday wish.
I apologize, Project, but like none of it's gonna work today.
It's too late to apologize.
I don't think it would have even worked earlier because I didn't have my Twitch integrated throwing system open.
Your tits ain't up? Damn.
Are you? I'm.
Did you get target shot?
I'm saying no. I'm saying nothing. I'm saying nothing. I'm saying nothing about what just happened there. I'm saying.
Damn, Elite, fucking 112.
I'm goated with the sauce.
Honey, what about tits?
There's a software called Twitch Integrated Throwing System, which lets people throw stuff at your avatar, and that's how people get like those throw stuff at my face for awards and stuff like that to redeem that like chuck stuff at your face for getting subs or
Got
redeeming
4
points.
courses left.
Can't believe it's already almost over.
It's
It's already almost over. It's been 6 hours.
it's almost like I've been here for none of it.
It's like I've been here the whole time.
Clearly.
That is true, Mora.
All you just heard was tits.
That is very true, Mora. Let's hope I can get back to touring Daisy with this. It's a pizza. I'm not. Ooh, I am. I am. What? I transformed to the same exact Daisy. What the frick? Okay.
I hate when they do the transformation and it's just the same. I've turned transformations off because that does piss me off.
Same.
I'll sit there and be like, what's the point? You slowed me down for nothing.
Alright, everybody ready?
I think so. I hope so.
Yes. So regular Crown City, intermission to
Regular
Peach
Crown
Stadium, Peach Stadium, then Peach Stadium to Rainbow Road ends it off.
Oh, it's 8 laps. There's 8 courses. Oh no.
What do you
It
mean?
wasn't changed.
So,
It wasn't
okay,
changed.
8 courses?
Yeah, why it's still at 8 courses? You didn't
Yeah.
change it before.
Oh well.
Shit.
Rip.
We just run it. We just run it back. Can you change it?
I think we're good. I think you can edit rules, I think, since you're like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get edit rules.
I'm gonna say change that after.
Yeah. Does it update already what we've done, or does it
I
ignore
think
what
so.
we've done?
It should.
Mhm.
Because we could just set it to 4 and do that. And if it doesn't update, we do 4 tracks and we could just run Rainbow Road again.
Yeah, what's the worst that happens?
This course was so good. I think we'll have
What?
it.
I thought that was a ramp. Oh well. I ran it. Anybody that saw that, you saw
Did
nothing
you run
about.
straight to a fucking girder?
No,
You run straight to a rail?
no, no. I didn't. I did not. Me when I have to turn right and go to the bathroom.
Ooh, that was a really clean move. I love how blue loops in this game, by the way. I don't know if anyone knows, but like I love it. You're not hitting me with that shit. Miss me with that bullshit.
Why did you? Don't freaking back throw like that. I saw you do that. Freaking cheat. I'm crashing out. I'm crashing out. I'm stuck in the pack now. What have you done to me? What have you done to me? What have you done to me? I swear, if I'm knocked off one more time, I'm about to ult up for
No! Well, now I feel bad. Oh!
The cotton candy's crashing out. That's wild.
It's a valid crash out this time, okay? This is a very valid crash out for what happened just now.
This is clean.
It took a lap and a half, but I'm caught up yet again. I hit a girder again. Okay, it's over.
My go just washed.
So real. So real. Did I get third? I think I got third after all that.
So every time there was a blue shell, I just had a mushroom. I don't
By
know
the-
if anyone was throwing them, but they were not hitting me.
But by the way,
They were not hitting me.
just letting you know, when you threw that green shell back at me and hit me, I then got hit by somebody from behind, got on like the rail going over, got knocked off the rail, fell off the track, respawned. It's
Jesus.
horrible.
All right, don't
Okay,
forget to update
change
the
rules. Change rules.
Yeah.
Yep, 4.
Items frantic. What did you do? Why are they frantic?
Oh, to Peach Stadium,
Okay,
right?
that's what.
No. Items are frantic now. What just happened?
They've been
What are you
frantic.
changing?
They've been frantic.
No, they haven't. It's
Yes, they
been
have.
this whole time.
They've literally been they've been frantic. Like whenever I was last year, they were frantic.
Were they?
Yes.
Yeah?
If they were normal normal this whole time. What did they change the frantic?
It's been frantic. It's literally been it's been frantic since like the original person hosting left. It's been frantic.
When did that happen? No one said anything.
That was right after Cheap Cheap. That was after Cheap Cheap Falls.
That's wild.
If you're wondering, that's the reason the items have been good.
This is considered the first race. Oh no.
No, but you see, we get this one, then Peach Stadium, then Peach Stadium to Rainbow Road, and then we can run Rainbow Road again.
You run Rainbow Road again.
You see, it's Peach. No.
I am a little upset that you can't just choose like individual races, like just do a single race. I think that would have made things a lot better for time. Because then you can wait as long as you can take as much time as you want to take, or take no time at all in between each one and decide after each race. That would have been nice. Especially since it's you know, connected multiplayer. It's a friend lobby. I feel like we should have the right to just stop after one race.
Yeah. How could you have that right? It's called the game.
It's called just fucking leaving.
There we go.
I'll hold him first.
No, you won't.
Yeah, fair enough. With this position, I'd be surprised.
Oh.
There's an economy? Fuck, I didn't know about it.
God,
Why do you want to fuck it? It's already being fucked.
I can't see. I can't see.
I cannot see. I'm legally blind.
I'm legally blind.
That was really good. Holy shit. I miss Vine. I miss Vine so much. Okay. Do not use Divine. It is an AI scheme. They said, we do not want to allow any AI content, says the AI creators.
Yep.
Huh? Oh, fuck you mean? There's only one reason you wouldn't want AI on your website.
Never heard it.
Unless it's like truly like people who you have evidence of being anti it, like anybody else sus on it.
It's made by fucking Elon Musk.
Oh, it is?
It is pro AI.
Ew.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was made. I thought it was made by like the Tim Sweeney or something. Never mind.
No. It's the people who created it are all known to be pro AI, which includes Elon.
Point.
Ironic that Elon Musk is, well, he pretty much does anything that
He's a goober.
He's a crazy guy.
I'm on the train. Oh, I'm off the train.
Oh, he dated Grimm's. That's what gave it.
Yeah, what gave that away? Ruined my freaking donuts, Eli. Fucking bitch.
By the way, watch me on the map. I'm on the train. I'm going.
I do be fucking bitches. No, I'm kidding. No way.
Okay, so now
Right,
Peach Stadium.
We run Peach Stadium.
Yo, I'm floating. I'm floating.
Queso reference.
Oh no, there's just like this hole in the train hitbox where like you're floating, but you're like on the train.
I'm about to float. Alright. I really like the hologram to block it off. That's really fun.
If you do what I think you're about to do, I'm gonna be really mad.
You're gonna do what now?
I thought you were dropping your bananas. I was about to be really mad.
Oh, no, I'm holding on to these.
Have you heard of the new shortcut where people have been able to get to the inside of that inner wall and make it around?
Oh, wow.
There we go. Why did you ink me? That's so mean.
We're not playing Splatoon. What the fuck are you doing?
They really missed on like on doing like a little secret of like maybe 1 in like 1,000 like inks are like the Splatoon squid.
I'd say 1 in 10. I'd say that make it a common enough Easter egg. Or maybe 1 in like 25. That way when it happens, it's not rare, but it's not so frequent that it's just like, oh, it's in your face. Other than the fact that it is literally in your face. Oh. Stop that.
I was passing it along.
Stop it. Oh.
Who hit that
Beach
shell?
Stadium has some pretty good music.
Also pretty good track.
It is. It's really fun. It reminds me of like not Circuit 8. Yeah, Circuit 8 Stadium, but like done well. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Barbara. I'm gonna have that as a fucking vocal stem from now on.
That's one of my favorites. What are you talking about? I fucking hate
that. Works so well in my favor. That means those red shells mean nothing.
I know. I'm so mad. There we go. Final race. No, actually, no. We have to rerun Rainbow Road, so we have like 15 minutes left.
We've got like half an hour left at this point.
Because it's just Peach. Oh wait, we have to run Peach Stadium now, right? Or did we just run Peach Stadium? Am I stupid?
We just ran.
Okay, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Okay.
We could run Peach Stadium again.
Stadium to Rainbow Road.
We could run Peach Stadium again.
Yep.
That way it's daytime.
Do we want it?
Daytime Peach Stadium.
I'm good either way.
Yeah, fuck it. No ball. No ball.
Mora, I am the only one on my second stream, and that's because I had prior obligations to go to. But now that like I am done with those, I'm good.
I've been doing this for a solid 6 hours, dog.
Same. 6 hours. Who's that?
Oh yeah. This has been going on for some time.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mark.
that is all. That's hilarious. I wish we could play as Shane Chomp. Give us Shane Chomp.
I fell in the moat.
I want a dog. If he can play with a tennis racket, he can drive a car.
That's literally what I just said.
Hear me out, Chain Chomp and Mario Soccer. Oh, to Rainbow Road.
So
We're Peach Stadium again, right? Peach Stadium again.
So we run it back at Peach Stadium.
Run back
They
Peach
really
Stadium.
want us to play Rainbow Road, though. I saw that game. Alright, so this time it should be Peach Stadium, but daytime. Peach Stadium at 9.
Peach Stadium night again.
That would be fucking hilarious. Oh my god.
We're gonna get daytime Rainbow Road now.
I think Rainbow Road's always nighttime.
Yeah, Rainbow Road's always nighttime.
No, but I mean like the intermission.
From night to day. Maybe it changes from night to day. That'd be a really good transition. What just happened? I was hit and it didn't register. Like,
I know, I saw that. I saw that. I was like, what the heck? I hit you with that red shell point blank. What the heck?
Cheater! Cheater! Get them.
Ooh, I can do a funny.
Oh,
I
I'm
can do a
alive.
really good funny.
I know what I'm gonna do. No, I missed!
I got it instead of you, let's go. I'm the better Daisy.
I missed. You know what? Screw it.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
And that's how you avoid a blue shell and get a boost out of it. I can't see shit, dog.
I was
See,
like,
it's starting daytime. It's starting daytime. See, this is perfect. By the third lap, it'll be day.
What the fuck?
I shotgun Luigi and he blew the fuck up. Mamma mia! Yeah! Cut this corner. Holy shit! What hit? How did I get hit from the front? I'm in first. Stop that!
you mind letting me in front? I have a red shell. I could get him. Never mind. I'll do
I
this.
got this. No, you don't. You don't hit me with that. I know how to use my feathers.
I got
That
target
was a
shocked.
Really good.
It was
shot,
the
but
baby
you
Luigi. It was baby Luigi actual target shocked by the AI. It's insane.
did. That's crazy.
I got even shorter? What do you mean? Oh, shoots. I see what the fuck was that? Oh my god.
You completely missed me with that. I don't know what happened. Damn, I was so hoping. I was so hoping.
Yahoo.
Were you about to shotgun it back?
I'm just shotgun it back. I'm like, where the fuck did he go?
I was counting on it. I was counting on it.
Wait, Mora, what did you mean by I got even shorter? Wait a minute, I just reread that.
Huh?
Wait a minute, wait a
Is it
minute.
because you? Is it even shorter? That's wild.
I am 5'5", thank you very much.
I'm 5'7", short ass.
What the fuck?
Shorty.
Mario, didn't you just say you were shorter?
No, I said I'm taller.
Oh, I could have swore you said you were shorter. I was like, the fuck are you talking about? What are you, 6 foot?
Oh my god, wait, Mora is 6 foot. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Mora is 6 foot. Wait a minute.
Lanky ass. Lanky Kong.
Lanky Kong!
We need a new Kong.
Lanky ass.
Look at LeBron James high head ass.
Head in the clouds, head ass.
By the way, as a fun fact, did you know with Autosphere you can like charge jump against a wall?
That's wild. All right, so we run Rainbow Road now.
Peach Stadium, the Rainbow Road.
Yeah. The one at the very bottom, because apparently you can go from Peach Stadium to fucking anywhere. Holy shit. Alright guys, today we're doing the Peach Stadium stream.
No, today's the Koopa Troopa Peach stream.
Oh, I should have gotten Mario's pipe, whatever.
Let me tie my hair before it starts.
Yeah, it's always nice
I wish it was a daytime to like nighttime transition as we got closer. I think that would have been nice. I think a dynamic light would have been amazing. Something that they would just. Oh, this is so exciting.
that was cool though. I just saw the star disappear.
Oh yeah, see that this is, I think, the magnum opus. I think this track alone probably took him a fucking year.
What the fuck was that?
Me in first, baby.
If anybody hits me in this, I'm crashing out.
Oh my god, this is such a good transition. Oh,
There's a fucking
I
gold
gush at
shell.
this every fucking time.
There's a gold shell. No, no, no.
Yeah, I was the one that's right. I heard you like, oh, amigo.
Oh, you don't. Fuck hit me. What?
Bombs.
Oh.
No. Oh, that actually helped. Okay.
This legitimately is some of the best fucking, like, outright. I also love that it's dynamic. Shit. That didn't get enough speed on
I
that.
missed. Oh, that put me so far back. What the hell? Okay.
Ooh, this works. Over. I can catch up with this. Sorry, what are you doing back here? I'm the only one that's supposed to be back.
I died several times.
I just realized the Lumas in this, they're the Mario movie Lumas. They're not the OG Lumas. Oh shit!
Wait, really? Hey,
Yeah, they're the Mario movie.
What the frick?
I didn't even hit you, but I'll take it.
Hi, Sai.
Hello.
Hi, Sai.
Hi. Hello.
Almost fucking passed away over here.
Why did that
As long
not
as I don't get
give me
target
two?
shocked, I'm fine.
Target shock. Target shock right now. Target shock right
We'll
now.
have it where you can just pass away the road.
Man, I think I would live a good life if I could just go to Ritmo Road.
As long as we can breathe.
Fuck, I don't need to breathe. I'll be out there as a frozen popsicle staring at that shit.
Be a Luma. Here, Luigi. Come here, Luigi. I'ma get your bitch ass.
No, I could have held on to that. Just failed.
Shit.
Shit.
Okay.
Took away all my fucking speed. Because you have to also remember, because everything is orchestral, this track has 6 different tracks in it.
I don't know if I'm in first or not. I just threw those. Oh, I'm in first.
are
That was
first.
really stupid. Okay.
That was super funny.
No, are you kidding me? Not right now.
I'm getting away from you.
Are you fucking... It dropped me. It actually dropped me. Oh my... Oh, immunity timer. Oh, thank God, immunity timer. Thank God. Ow.
Main character energy. Come on!
I don't have anything. I just got protection.
Fuck you, baby Luigi!
Take it.
Sigh, you little bitch! Oh, I'm gonna pass back your dumbass through those green shells backwards.
I'm not
Oh
even
my
gonna.
god.
I'm gonna say it. Okay, that was kind of funny.
That was beautiful.
I think I came overall third.
Okay, that's gotta be clipped. Someone please clip that, I beg. That was so good.
Beautiful. Oh my god. Also, main character energy. You got hit by the blue shell.
But by
You
the
know
way,
what's worse? Do you want to know what's worse? Me getting hit by the blue wouldn't have mattered. I had a boombox.
but by the way, you want to know something really funny? So, I'm not even denying that I threw those back. I clicked the look back button and it aimed and threw
You're
them
a
back.
bitch! You suck!
That's beautiful.
I didn't aim for you specifically. I just aimed for someone behind me to get hit, and you just happened to be the one.
No apology. That's crazy as shit.
I gotta make the Google Doc now to apologize.
Yeah.
Google Doc me.
In the Google Doc, I need you to get the split link.
Oh.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
But you know what that means now.
Fish.
To my knowledge, we are now, to my knowledge, the first people to have done that.
Oh.
Live. I believe, live, we are the first people to do an all-course track. From when I was getting this prepped. I can check right now to double check.
So does that mean we just set the new speedrun record for it?
We're the only people to do this in this style ever. We are the first people to go through the entire game like this. Front to back, every landmark, every course.
Oh fuck.
This is a first. This is a first. We
Goated
did this.
like that. I wasn't here
Yeah.
for 6 of the 7 hours, but I was here. I apologize. I apologize.
Shut up.
What? Yes, so, as of right now, we technically did set the all-course standard world record.
Well, all courses is seen as like just every course 3 laps each. We set like
Well,
we set all course.
The world tour world record.
Yeah.
I think that's what we can call it, the world tour world record. Because technically no one else has ever done it, so fuck you! Yeah!
And you know what's hilarious is that there could easily be an hour saved pretty much. Like if we just got rid of the 1 minute interval like in between.
If we got rid of the intervals and did like no breaks, we just immediately started that shit up.
Yeah,
If
like
I can count how many tracks this is as well, we could set up the races to be exactly as long as they want to be. Which, at some point, we could do and make this a genuine competitive
that was weird.
World record event.
Let me
Which
make
I'm
sure
down to
that's-
do at some point. I'm 100% down to do. Because there is a standard, there is a track list, and I have it set. I'll have to update it for
Ooh, you're a bit.
for the DK Spaceport, and I'll have to rework it. But I think this is doable. We could cut easily, cut 2 hours out of that. 2 hours could easily be cut. This is like a 4-hour thing, which I could just do casual.
Solo. Like that's casual, yeah. It's like
Yeah, that's casual.
where it's like literally you put the intermission down to like next to nothing, maybe 15 seconds if you're playing because
Yeah,
like you can't really you kind of have to do this multiplayer to get like the time between easy,
Yeah. Because I think this is technically the only way you can do it is by multiplayer.
And also there could be better rounds too, you know, like you can get like you could probably route this better too. I bet like there's probably better routing.
There's probably better routing, but this is the only route that people have dedicated to. That it's the tour event, not just like the all course or around the world event. It's the tour event because it hits all major landmarks as well. So you're not missing anything from the world. You're seeing everything that is in Mariokart World.
Yeah, it's you're pretty much visiting everything. It's like whenever you do an intermission to Crown City, you're not just getting like the tiny weird interstate cube or whatnot. You're literally getting the full world.
Yep.
Of course, there's some like one-off things in the middle of nowhere that are missed, but that's just how the game's designed. So.
One-off, yeah. There's going to be stuff that you're going to miss. To make a truly dedicated view everything event, we would have to race every intermission, every course, back to back.
That would be miserable.
Who's gonna fucking do that? Because you need to sit on one track every time, go back and say, fuck it, let's start with Acorn Heights. Start there, and we do every intermission that's from Acorn Heights, and move on to the next one. And then we go to Bowser's Castle, and then do Bowser's Castle, and then all of its intermissions. Anyways, 100 subs, and I'll do that in March.
Only YouTube subs. It doesn't take a lot, guys.
100 subs. Give me to 500 Twitch follows, and I'll do it in June. Because I get a week vacation in June. But anyways, I think that. Oh, go ahead.
Where are you in the world?
Fucking losing it. That's where I am.
No, but...
I am right next to DK Pass. That's a mood.
Ooh, you're way over. Okay.
We could all meet up.
I'm going over to Peach Stadium. I'm in a UFO. It's taken a little bit.
We can meet up where we started. Oh, we started at Peach Beach. Yeah, we started at Peach Beach.
I'm gonna take the drive over the Peach Beach, though. I'm gonna be aesthetically pleasing about this for everybody, you know?
I'm not. I'm just fucking there. I'm tired. I'm really tired. Literally,
it's not gonna...
I woke up like 10, 15 minutes early. Like, you know, I'm gonna be late, and my head is tired.
It's not gonna take very long. Like, I truly think like it won't take me more than like maybe 5 minutes to get there. So.
I'm never gonna play this game again. Anyway, guys, come back next time for more Mariokart World.
I'm glad I know the routing roughly for here, so this isn't too bad. Going as fast as I can. I'm hitting every ramp. What?
The water on the map has moved.
Oh yeah, I think I've known that.
That's crazy. That's wild. Look at the lava. That's what's the fuck? Man, they really did spend 10 years on this shit. What's this? I don't recognize this. Is this area? I'll probably recognize it as this.
I still love the fact that every character has an idle animation if you sit still for too long. Or don't do anything except drive straight for too long, that is. Like,
yo, Mario, you're holding the fuck up out of traffic.
Oh gosh, you can go around.
Oh, I just realized Rose's wheels have like gold on them.
Rosalina's, yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. That's crazy. I guess the pipe part is like the most customizable thing.
I see Peach Beach, by the way. I'm on the way over. I'm taking the rail.
The rail? The monorail?
It's just so easy to trick off and get there. Now I'm on the road to Peach Beach. There we go. Told you it wouldn't take very long at all.
It's so weird seeing how the cars move. They're really bouncy. There's a lot of detail that went into this.
I love it.
There's actually it's crazy, but at the maximum distance you can actually see the pop-in for once in the world. It's very hard to see the pop-in. It's at a crazy distance for pop-in.
Oh yeah, because they optimized the fuck out of this game.
Mm.
There's so much like subtle detail.
Okay, where in Peach Beach?
We're at the line. The line.
And being street legal here.
What's street legal?
Driving within the lines.
Regal.
Oh, sorry.
I'd say this is pretty good. This is pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, you're on the fucking scooter. Hell yeah.
Like, I'm always on the scooter.
I didn't even notice that. That's such a nice look for Daisy. Oh my god.
Yeah, the cute scoot's like the best one.
Vector, get over here. Ow.
Holy shit. Damn, she just got that ass out on that one.
Well, let me see. I'm just gonna.
Oh, what you talking? Hold on. There we go.
I'm gonna zoom in. Hold on 1 second.
Just zoom in.
Twitch, don't get mad at me. Damn!
Enhance! Enhance! Oh fuck yeah! This is great though. All right, I've had my Gooner moment.
Okay, I'm getting a good screenshot of us. Oh, Mario's over to the left. Whoopsie. Let me fix that.
Hold on.
I forgot Mario was even there.
Second, me.
Hold on, that was perfect. Yeah, there we go. That's the shit. With the Shy Guy in the background.
There, I got it. I got a good low-down one. So the first half of this can be the man I'm dead like Koopa, and then
Man, I'm dead.
the second half can be
I'm gonna turn around and see if we got any good back poses.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, true.
Oh, back poses. Yeah. Shit. That's really good. I've got this back pose. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying.
Know what I'm saying? I think there was a way. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's sick.
There we go.
That's clean as shit, dog.
And also you can press A to have your character face the camera better. I think I'm gonna trial these. I think I'm gonna trial these two, and like you know how like YouTube lets you do separate like screenshots or whatever or thumbnails, and just see whichever one gets more views.
Yep. This is good enough, honestly. I'm gonna go sleep.
I'm gonna go and get fucking drunk and play Monster Hunter.
Okay, have fun. I was alive for 44 more minutes. I apologize anybody just hopping in. I'm going off again.
I don't apologize. That's just funny. Anyways, I want to
Thank you, Mora.
everyone for who came in. Sai, Mario, and Vector, thank you all for being here in the end. We had funny guest appearance by Trix, and then Captain, who joined us, Captain Hurricane, who joined us at the beginning of all this. Oh, that's exhausting. That's very exhausting.
Nope.
I bet I'm glad I only did like 3 hours of this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a solid 6 hours, including the 1 hour scum completed.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't sure how fast it would go. I'm so glad I was able to like actually
Does Daisy
make
have
quite a
abs?
bit of it. Yeah, Daisy has abs.
Daisy has ab lines. That's crazy.
Yeah, Daisy's like the fittest one.
Daisy's good as shit, dog. Anyways, enough shooting. Thank you all for coming in. Anyways, thank you all for tuning in. You all had come through, gave some birthday wishes, Kevin vibe. I'm done with this. Oh my god, I'm probably not gonna play this game for another fucking month.
It's actually crazy how close our birthdays are, because like I literally just couldn't get my birthday in, but that was like very close, like within a few days.
Oh shit, hell yeah.
So like,
So what, am I younger than you? Am I the youngest here?
you're technically younger by like maybe like 3 days. Like it's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Like it's. I'm not going to be exact about it, as I don't really want to leak my actual birthday, you know. But like,
I do all my birthday shit, and I keep that as public as possible. As long as I don't leak like my actual everything.
yeah,
You can't find me.
yeah, but for me, I'm just like, I keep it a little bit secret.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people could figure it out, like, if they know where to look. Like, it's very easy, but, like, as is anybody's birth date, like, literally, I think it's probably in, like, one of my alt Twitters or something, I don't know, something like that. But, yeah.
But anyways, I think that's good for tonight. I'm just gonna go ahead and hop off, fuck, and have a good time.
Yeah, me too, honestly. I think I'm just gonna hop off and exist and watch funny videos, and also go troll Mora, since Mora's been trolling me. It's not
You all have a wonderful time. Thank you all for coming. I hope you have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, or see you all in the city streets another time. Have a good one.
Good afternoon, good morning, and good night, as the Truman Show would say.
As the Truman Show would say, yeah!
Truman Show would say.
Alright, I'm gonna dip. You guys have a great night.
Hope you do too. I gotta. I'm gonna go ahead and just spontaneously end stream. Going into the. Why do they drop the? Okay, you know the goggles that let you see up high? It drops you to 30 FPS.
It does. On TV mode, it does, but it's like still perfect frame rate when it's handheld.
That's weird.
It's weird.
But yeah, I'm also gonna end stream. To anybody here at this time, if you comment the word mango, I will do absolutely nothing. That's for YouTube.